Well, eating disorders can affect people of all ages. 30 million Americans will have an eating disorder in their lifetime. That's according to National Eating Disorders Association. And during Eating Disorders Awareness Month, we do have Dr. Charlotta Dennis with us with Priority Health joining us now. Dr. Dennis, thank you for being here with us.
Thanks for having me.
These are serious illnesses. What do you want people to know about eating disorders?
What we would like people to know is that eating disorders impacts everyone. It doesn't matter the age, the gender, the race. These disorders impacts your social, occupational, and educational functioning. So everyone who's impacted by these really need to seek out assistance. And we want people to be aware that there is treatment for eating disorders.
And there are different types of eating disorders, Dr. Dennis.
Yes, there are. There are some eating disorders where people are restricting food, restricting calories, and they're exercising a lot and they tend to lose a lot of weight. This could be anorexia nervosa. There's also eating disorders where people can appear to be normal weight or even overweight, and they can have bulimia. So those are the two major types of eating disorders, but they both can impact your functioning and they can impact your physical health as well.
So talk more about what can cause an eating disorder.
A lot of people tend to think that your behaviors are the main focus or the main thing that causes eating disorders, but these are actual mental disorders, and there are some difficulties in the brain that impact the way people see food. So these illnesses are are not to be thought of as just things that people are doing psychologically. These are illnesses that are not unlike things like depression and anxiety and schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. So it's actually classified as a mental illness that requires treatment.
And share with us the common warning signs of an eating disorder.
For some people, they can be isolative. The focus of most of their conversations are about either food or weight or even unhealthy habits. So a lot of people who are restricting or they're purging, meaning they're eating food and then vomiting, they may try to hide things. But you also may see fluctuations in a person's weight. And this can be either up or down. Sometimes people get sad, they isolate, but you want to make sure that you're trying to meet your person, your friend, your family member where they are. If you notice that there's some changes in them and their behaviors, and they quite often talk about food.
If you are supporting someone who has an eating disorder, how can you help?
Make sure that you let them know that you're there to assist them. You're there to give them whatever hope and help that they need. Make sure that you are not shaming them, you are not blaming them, but be an ear for them. But you also can let them know that all levels of care are available for eating disorders, whether they need outpatient treatment, inpatient treatment. They really need to seek out a mental health professional.
Yeah, like you said, the good news, again, people can recover from this.
Yes, people can recover, but it starts with treatment. You must make sure that you're meeting with someone in regards to the difficulties that you're having around food. So it's very important to seek out assistance.
All right, Dr. Dennis, anything else that you wanted to share?
Yes. If you or a loved one are struggling with eating disorders, make sure you reach out. We do have at Priority Health our behavioral health team available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for confidential help, and that number is on the back of all member cards.
All right, Dr. Dennis with Priority Health, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.